Okay. So alright. So I was going up the return J was going up against the purple Zerg. Zerg should always be purple or blue. Harash. Harash. That sounds like a, I don't know. It sounds like it should be like an orc name or something. I don't know. He's hotkeying all of his buildings up except for number 4, which it should be. Anyway, I am teching up fast to Hellions. So I'm getting my factory up. It floats. Perfect swap. I love these swaps. Anyway, so he's looking around for my base, and I'm looking around for his base. Fortunately, my marine goes the opposite scouting direction than his slings do. They miss it. That's kind of funny. So it turns out he scouts in all the wrong places, thinking that this is my base, or this is my base, and he's probably left thoroughly confused. So I'm doing my attack thing, where I have 4 Hellions, 3 Hellions, because it took forever to find out where he was, and then, yeah, now I attack. And I find out he has links, which is pretty nice. He brings all his queens to help defend, which is smart, because I wasn't able to break his queen hold. So, yeah, too bad. Anyway, I keep up the attack, and he's got roaches, so pull up the production tab here. I'm getting an armory so that I can make really fast mines, but I end up not ever making really fast mines, so that's a problem. Throw it on a mule just to repair my Hellions, and that is kind of lame. And I attack with the other Hellions. It's wonderful. Woohoo. So yeah, right now I am not supply blocked. I've been making supply depots the whole game. And at this point I'm like, I'll do it. So I morph these guys. Since I got the armory, it allowed me to morph them into Hellbats, which is awesome. And at this point I was like, yeah, I got the game in the bag now. I got all his queens. But then he had roaches, and I wasn't able to kill the roaches or escape. I mean, I might have tried, but I didn't. Okay, I didn't even try. I thought, time to go home. But then I thought, may as well delay it while I tech switch into mines. Right? Obviously, that's what I'm doing. I eventually tech switch into mines because that's what roaches are. Alright, so he's got a bunch of drones. Kind of. He's got 3 bases, so he has the production of 3 bases to go on to build 3 drones. Let's look at our units. Tabby's got 25 drones. He's actually got less drones than I do. Less workers than I do. Probably because of some Hellion harassment, but he now has like no workers, so that's a problem for him. He needs to do some damage with these roaches. I assumed he would be attacking me with the roaches, and that's why I suicided all my Hellions to do that stuff. So at this point, I'm like, man, he's gonna attack me now with all those roaches he just made to defend or something. Maybe he was already gonna attack with the roaches, but in any case, I realize, hey, he's probably going to kill me now. So, the factory. I start building a tank and some widow mines, and pick off these lings while they're trying to go across the field. And he wants to keep attacking, and that's fine with me. Oh my gosh, he has no money at all. Whatever money he makes is probably going to go into a drone. Maybe? So basically, this means that he can't reinforce his thing. Can't reinforce it. His roaches. Oh man. Alright, now comes the attack. I've got 2 widow mines, 3 hellbats, 1 tank. And he's got 17 roaches. Yeah. He's got 17 roaches. Crap. This is not good for me. So, at this point, I'm like, I guess I'll keep going? I don't know what I was thinking. But some Widowmine heads helped me think, hey, you've still got it. You can do this. So I run all my SCVs out to over here or something. And I lift my command center up because roaches can't shoot up. So basically I lift all my buildings up because that just makes sense. And I reason, since he's killing these supply depots, I can just send my workers back and mine from here while I try to defend, because it's going to be really hard to rebuild a base. So if possible, I want to trap him in my base if he attempts to kill me. So yeah. I saved some workers. Yeah. Roaches. Alright, so basically things could not have really gone better for me with these widow mines. Oh! So one roach survives the widow minefield, and I attack it with SCVs and kill it. So it's at this point that I don't want to expand here, and I just expand back here. Which I soon realize is kind of stupid, because each mineral field patch is like completely dry. So I have all, being the bad spender I am, well, let's see. What does he have? He has 22 drones now, so he has a better economy than I do. He should get roaches, I guess? No, because these are widow mines. Alright, so I still have my army. That's the thing. When you defend an attack, that means you still have an army, and normally you should cross the field and attack, because you, while you might not have the worker advantage, you're probably going to have the, if you defend an attack, you're going to have the army advantage. And that's exactly what he did when he killed all my Hellions with his roaches. He then pulled all of his roaches and attacked me, and look what that did. A ravaged base. So being the bad spender I am, I built 2 command centers, and I don't know what I did here. I don't know what I was thinking, but I built another command center down there. And I think for some reason this was rallied out there, but for whatever reason my SCV was out, so I was like, whatever, I'll just build a command center down here. So here I am doing all these ninja expands, and it's awesome. So basically I now am on even terms with him. I guess since we didn't kill each other, we're basically equal. But now I'm really expanding and economying hard. So at this point, I'm doing stuff. I'm building bases. He's building stuff. I don't know what he's doing. Let's do production. He's going for the spire. I scanned his base for the spire earlier just to see if he had teched up that far yet, but it turns out, big surprise, he didn't have enough money to, probably. I assume that's why he's done it this late. Okay, so yeah, right now I'm getting as much stuff as possible, as much economy as possible, trying not to saturate this base too much in favor of this base, which I made a planetary. I decided to expand my natural expansion so he wouldn't be too suspicious, and so that he'd try to attack this first, since this isn't really the most important thing. It actually kind of is, because if he gets past this, then he can wreck my production, which is not something we want to do. It's not something we want to have. So basically at this point I'm trying to build planetary fortresses wherever possible, so that if the base gets found, it won't die outright. So I'm building, morphing into a planetary. Yeah. Getting, oh yeah, Corvid reactor. So basically, since I'm expanding all this stuff, I don't really want to build Marines and Marauders, because that's boring, and that's too hard to do. What if he builds Banelings, right? Too much micro. So, I decided to go for Ravens. The point of all this static defense is to make you survive, so that you don't have to worry about dying outright to an attack of Zerglings, or even Roaches, maybe Hydras, but anyway, I don't know, there's lots of them. There's is that two SCVs? Anyway, so I'm building up my production and building some Ravens, and he's building Mutalisks, which is predicted, as I predicted with this missile turret, and this missile turret, and this missile turret. And that's all the missile turrets I built. Probably should have built like one here and one here, and that probably would have helped a lot. Yeah, basically the only micro you really need is to figure out how to defend your turret against these Mutalisks. He has 10 Mutalisks. Man, Mutalisks are fast. And I think that he's going to be adding Mutalisks on to that count, in addition to the ones he has. So he's going to go for an attack right here in the natural. Fortunately, I see it fast enough and am able to repair the turret. And it's at this point that I realize, hey, I probably want to build some turrets here now. I think he lost one. Whatever. So he's gonna try to take out the base or something. I don't know what he's doing. He's taking out the supply depot, which makes sense, because, like, that's a lot more better, I guess. Alright, so I'm having, like, this panic reaction, building turrets behind the planetary fortress. so I can eventually push into the mineral line and start mining again. I also built a lot of turrets at this base because I thought, hey, he's gonna run away, and for some reason he's gonna go all the way over here. Okay. So, oh yeah, and he also got wrecked by some widow mines, so that was pretty nice. If only he had attacked with this main large force. Who knows? Maybe the entire force would die. Anywho. So, let's see what he does. I think he's just focusing. I mean, this is really funny, because look what he's doing. He's just focusing on hurting this mineral mine. He doesn't even know about this, this, or this. He's just focusing on one thing. That's awesome. Alright, so does he clump up like a boss? Oh. Oh. Clump up. Ah. Nope. Doesn't work. Doesn't happen. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Alright, so it's at this point that I lose everything. Except I have to reveal that I've been building up a substantial count of ravens. I actually wonder what he does in response to this. Does he build things? Does he build anything? I wonder if he thought that since... Oh, he's building swarm hosts. I wonder if he thought that since I had pretty much died to his attack, he thought I didn't build any units. That's always something to consider when you're attacking someone and they're not showing any units and you're just attacking static defense. I should have built more Hellions. Or Hellbats. That would have been pretty useful. Very useful, actually. Then I could worry a lot less about finishing off things. So, since he... Alright, cool. Two of these things will take out a lot of things. Oh yes, this is cool. He's trying to ravage my base, but he loses everything, because widow mines, they're great. The mines are awesome. So he loses everything. He's like, alright, time to attack with my main ground force. Because, yeah. And I really love how he has only scouted these two bases. That's really nice. Oh boy. So if I were him, I would scout around with my mutalisks a little bit. Whoa, okay. It's at this point that I notice that he has swarm hosts, and I'm like, oh cool. Catrock says that's great when you have swarm hosts and stuff, right? When the Zerg has swarm hosts, it's like they can't really come back to defend their base. They have to stay on the attack. So that means your counterattack is going to do awesomely, and you're not going to, like, do horribly. So, anywho, he's doing some micro where he lets his locusts do the killing of units and he kills the buildings. But again, he has roaches, and he doesn't have any, oh my gosh, I should have lifted this off. Because I was trying to, over here, I was gonna, like, rebuild all my starports and stuff. But then I lost my factory. So then, I was gonna build a factory. But then, I lose my barracks. So now I have to build a barracks, and then a factory, and then some starports before I can start my production again. So I kind of do this. Man, ravens are good. So I get out of there with 10 ravens and fly them over here so that, oh man, and I also have 8 more ravens. So that's nice. Stop at starport. Still mining gas, but at this point I don't need it. I need a supply more than I need gas. It looks like I'm gonna get his spawning pool, which is nice. Well darn. Okay, so he cleans up my ravens. I love widow mines. They're so nice and annoying. And this one only has 1 HP. It's great. And I still have my original 10, which I immediately went across the field to harass with. The ones I had up here were ones I produced later. So he's making stuff to save his drones. Do I lose anything? Please? Oh no. I don't think I do lose anything yet. Oh. Okay, I lost a raven. I lost a raven. Alright, cool. So that's it. And then I fly up here and get it repaired. And now I have a factory. That means I can start producing stuff. But I also need to get my supply back online so I can keep my production going on. So now I have enough supply and I can start building ravens again, 4 at a time. Oh man, things happen when you lose your main base. Well, I don't know what he was thinking. I think that he thinks that he might be able to win with this force. Hold on. What is he looking at? He's just looking at the fact that there's a planetary up there and a bunch of ravens and stuff. And that's it, pretty much. Making a last-ditch effort to make the planetary fortress gone. So yeah, he's trying to pull what I did, where he makes more bases after he lost everything else. But at this point, I didn't lose my army as a result of him losing his base. So it doesn't work. Ravens are too good. Alright. Poor guy. And that's game, pretty much. Ravens, they're good. Good unit. Balanced. Balanced unit. I don't know. Okay, well, that was pretty nice. Alright,